Welcome to Unsolicited Opinions. We're still in season 2. We got another special guest here today.
Right.
We got Natalie Howlett, who's a podcast host of Mean Girls of West Maine.
Oh, I get the applause.
Yeah, this time. Next time might be the boo.
So we want to welcome Natalie.
Welcome, Natalie. How you doing?
For those that don't know, this happens to be my daughter.
I think that was obvious, right? Like,
I assumed.
I assume people look at this like,
necessary.
you look at that Leonardo gift where people like,
It's
that's
not.
that's
Right,
it.
but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
our fans in Budapest might not know.
We have some fans in Israel.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We got unsold listeners all over the world.
all over the world.
All over the world. So
Yeah, there's constantly an Israel
global, baby.
percentage
We global.
in ours.
okay.
So how
In Germany.
In Germany?
Yeah, in Germany. Israel and Germany are
Now,
huge
do you
fans.
know what's sad though about that? Is
What?
that I can't listen to no German podcast because I only speak English. You know what I'm saying? But in other countries, they learn 3-4 languages.
Well,
And they can listen to
Americans are ignorant in that aspect.
Yeah.
You know.
But I don't want to learn another language.
I'm about to say we expect everybody else to speak English in the world. Like,
Yeah. And we think we can add L or la in front of any English word and it translates to Spanish.
Well, yeah.
Be like El Camera.
Yeah. La food.
You have to add the accents though, like El Camera.
Yeah.
Roll it, Camera.
El Camera. Where's
El Candra.
Where's last door? I need to go to the last door.
We go everywhere.
And we expect everywhere we go for people to speak English wherever we are in the world because that's American shit.
So shout out to y'all Israel and German people listening to the Mean Girls of West Maine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk about how did y'all get started with y'all podcast? How did that come about?
Probably the same way you guys were started because me and my friend groups we consider ourselves hilarious people. And so even if others don't. So I think, no, actually that's a lie. We were on this other podcast. I got recruited to be on this other podcast and so did my friends, Genesis and Maya. And so they were like, oh, we need a girl because it was like a whole bunch of guys on it. And so we did that for like a few episodes and then we realized like
we could do better.
Yeah, so we left. And we did that. And
then how all R&B groups break up.
yeah, we
You know what?
We were the Beyonce.
Do this on my own.
And I'm not gonna lie, like they haven't put out an episode since we left, and like we kind of did them dirty, but they did us dirty first, so we had to.
So basically, you're responsible
to-
for a whole just shutdown of a podcast. Y'all just
Right.
yeah,
It'll be back, hopefully.
When the last time Michelle put out an album, though?
exactly.
But Beyonce
Exactly.
popping out stuff
Yeah,
left and right,
exactly.
so we knew our potential.
You gotta recognize the talent when you see it.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
This ain't going nowhere. We need to get this. We need to separate
We need
from
to go
them.
somewhere.
Yeah, we need to separate from
We
them.
need Germans listening to our stuff.
We need Israelites. We need to go reach that market with this shit.
We need to go worldwide, man.
Yeah, we worldwide. We need to
Worldwide.
step this shit up.
Y'all niggas local.
But yeah, so I was in like film and audio class, so it was like really easy. Like once I found out the person who was editing the old podcast and I learned how easy it was, I was like, we out of here. So I edit and like record all of it, and then my roommate, she's in graphic design. She just does all like our graphics and stuff.
So y'all got y'all little all-star
then-
team.
Look at Proud
Yeah.
Pop. Look at Proud Pop over there because that's exactly what he would have did.
And Genesis, she does like the Instagram and she does all the social media stuff. And so it really worked out together. And we really made it all in 1 week. Like we started and we put out the first episode in a week.
All right, so where could people find y'all if they were interested in listening
I don't know if y'all would be like your audience would be interested in listening to 3 teenage girls talk about like whatever we like
That is-
Kardashians.
well-
But if you are, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor, and some little orange like app that they automatically
That's a
upload
fair
us to.
point, I believe. I don't know how much crossover appeal our audiences will have, but I think it's fun. Just
Yeah,
do it.
like
I mean,
if you got some kids and they're
Yeah.
bored, you can put them on our podcast.
right.
Keep it under the same umbrella.
Umbrella, yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a little less cussing.
Yeah,
But just,
I mean,
a
just
little.
bit. Yeah.
Just
'Cause,
slightly.
yeah, I
Just
mean,
a
you
little
know,
bit.
they are grown.
I'm gonna be 18 in less than a month, so
Are you really?
yeah.
God, man, damn. That just makes me feel
That just
old.
took you back?
Yeah, that just makes me feel old, man.
feel old.
Old. here
So what's
reminiscing.
this? So I heard you had
An opinion?
yeah, you had an
Since
opinion.
it's
Oh, yeah.
unsolicited.
Yeah,
I heard you
please.
had an opinion. You
got to weigh in on the
disagreed.
chicken wars. You
Yeah,
weighed in on chicken sandwich wars.
I wasn't here for that, and I felt like that's where I should have came in. I was a strong suit because y'all two are about the same like
Yeah,
demographic.
we agreed too much.
So
yeah.
I feel like with the chicken sandwich debate, did y'all land on Popeyes?
I think he's KFC.
I landed on KFC over Popeyes
But
only
Popeyes
because of,
over Chick-fil-A?
yeah. I'm Popeyes.
But that's because
because
you hate Chick-fil-A.
I'm about to say I'm not going to Chick-fil-A. They're the grandfather of the chicken
Yeah,
sandwich.
and
you
because
know?
this is the thing with Popeyes. You eat their chicken sandwich once, and like I feel like I can't eat that again for like 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have 3 chicken sandwiches in the refrigerator right now for Popeyes. Ain't touched them.
Yeah, because like
that's your fault.
It's not my fault because I ate their chicken the other day, so it's feel like I can't go back to the chicken
Yeah.
sandwiches so soon. Like it's
because
like,
you have to Popeyes like there has
It's
to be
too
some
much.
sort of wait time like in
Yeah.
between. Because I'll eat Popeyes and then never want it again for
I think it's a
some months.
gastro thing.
Yeah, and like
You talking about just the regular chicken, or
no,
you
the
talking about the
sandwich,
sandwich?
like the chicken, but specifically the sandwich. Like
Yeah.
the sandwich, like I'll like it, and then I'll like, you know, like certain food, like Domino's. Like after you eat it, you kind of don't want
it for a while, but that's
yeah, but then like Chick-fil-A, like I could personally, I could eat Chick-fil-A one day.
I was about to say.
and then eat it like in a few more days
That's
and be
a,
fine.
that's a good question. What fast food things can you do back to back on? Like what fast food
That's
restaurants can you go back to like
Wendy's.
one day and Wendy's?
Wendy's, yeah,
I was about,
yeah.
I was about to say Wendy's.
Yeah, I can
Like,
do
you
Wendy's.
Can go like you go on Tuesday, you can go back onto it on Wednesday.
yeah.
But like,
And I don't know if y'all pay attention. It might just be the one on Camp Creek, but when you go to Wendy's on Camp Creek, after they give you your money and your food,
Right.
they say see you tomorrow.
no, they don't.
Yes, the hell they do.
That's at your son because he stay there.
They're like, we got these niggas.
They be like see you tomorrow.
They put crack in their sandwiches.
They know.
They know already. They got that fentanyl #1.
They changed their fries and I hate them. Have you had their new fries, Wendy's?
They've been changed for a long time.
Yeah,
No,
they've been changed
like
for
for
a
a
minute.
few months though.
They changed them again?
No. Like recently, like not
They
recently.
I
but
like their fries because they got the potato skins on them. And
Yeah, no, they don't have those no more.
Oh
Yes,
no,
they do.
that's
No,
a
they
problem.
don't. They changed them to like them Burger King fries.
Oh, that's a
Oh, no,
problem.
and
a problem.
that's horrible. You go,
But
like I
it's not a
promise
problem for me because anytime I go to Wendy's, I get the Baconator fries. So smothered with cheese and bacon. So it doesn't even matter.
you
So
don't
it
even
doesn't even
notice.
matter to me. Yeah, that's just cheese and bacon
No,
on them.
I one time
yeah.
ordered it at school, and I don't go to school here, but I ordered it at school, and it arrived, and I was like, they like low on fry. Like I thought because it was the end of the night, like they just threw something in the bag. Like I didn't think it was like a
You
whole
think
like.
they had Plan B fries?
Yeah, that's what I
Like
thought,
these fries for the late night motherfucker. They come
yeah,
in.
like I really was like, oh,
We're gonna say the good fries for the daytime people.
Exactly. I thought they was like, all right, this
These
is
fries been
last
back here
resort.
since '83. Think they still good? Shake
Yeah,
them up.
yeah. If you put anything in grease, you can bring it back to life.
And then so
the
I
Frankenstein
ordered
should have
it,
did.
and I was like, what is this? But I ate it because I was like, whatever. And then when I came home, I saw a billboard that was like Wendy's new fries, and I was pissed because like they're like the Burger King fries. Like that's the best
Yeah,
thing.
Burger King
King fries are
Burger King
nasty.
fries are not good.
Honestly,
They're
Yeah.
nasty.
Will I eat
Honestly,
them?
you
Yes.
probably. Honestly, though, you.
That's embarrassing. you need to have the crickets. The crickets. Yeah, I'll eat them.
But
I
no,
mean-
honestly, you probably haven't had Burger King fries in
No, I
4
have.
years. In 4 years.
Oh yeah.
It's probably been 4 years.
But
so how
if
you
I get
gonna
my
say-
combo
No,
and my
because-
fries come with, I'm gonna eat my fries.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like that really turned me off from Burger King. I had them and they just like they were hot, but they tasted cold.
but it tastes like vegetable oil.
they're just, I don't like them. Like I hate them. It really turned me off from Burger King. Like as a whole, I think I had them.
fries.
Yeah, but I eat the chicken fries from Burger King. The chicken fries, you know, the chicken strips that
Damn, more. That's more scary than fries. You don't know what's in those things. But,
Now
Nah,
listen,
like, they
how'd
just
they even get them into the
It's a
fries?
fried thing.
But-
And what kind of meat is in
I think
that?
they just chop them up into tender, like the thin.
I can't talk trash though because I eat chicken fries too though. Like
The chicken fries are good.
chicken fries.
You ain't never had chicken fries?
I'm not gonna act like you brought some in here. I'm not gonna eat them. I mean, I'm not. I am
seem
not
like you
above
just eat
that.
everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try that shit. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
just
like
like
we tried that.
turn it down.
We tried that Beyond Chicken, and then got to arguing
of what's the real or what's the fake. You
because
couldn't
we
tell.
ordered both, and then we couldn't tell the difference.
You couldn't tell the difference. So that was a bad review because we was in here arguing about what was the real chicken, what wasn't.
Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't.
We
put
thought
that
it
up.
was in the end. I think we thought it was all beyond, or it was
Or it's
all
all
real
regular,
chicken.
We
We,
think-
we went to the ghetto KFC.
Yeah, I think they were just throwing stuff in buckets and didn't care.
In buckets.
Yeah,
Well,
it was like, hey,
we
get
didn't order buckets.
I don't
of
really
chicken
like KFC
that
chicken.
time.
my daughter doesn't either. She doesn't like.
Like I don't like I'll eat it like you said, but something about it is soft.
What's
like,
your favorite chicken joint then? Like favorite fast food chicken joint?
I would say Popeyes, but I'm not eating back to back. You know,
Right. What about Churches?
I like Churches. I was
He loves
That's
Churches.
my daughter.
He loves Churches. I say he loves
He used
Churches.
to take us on Tuesdays for the $2 Tuesdays. And like after school, and we would be like,
He's like, I'm about to feed my family for $10.
like, and it would be so sad. We would be in the car. I'd be like, yeah, like, can I get like strips instead? He's like, nah,
No.
like you get the 2-piece chicken or you get nothing. And I'm like, what you mean nothing? And Corey would be back in there like, I don't like dark meat. Like it would be a whole thing.
I don't care. You was getting this $2 meal.
And like I tell my friends about it, and they don't believe me. Like they genuinely like are like, no, that's like, there's no way anyone's selling chicken for $2. And I'm like,
No.
nah,
No.
2-piece $2 chicken.
No.
No, it's
And-
actually cheaper than that. It's $1.69 for
For two pieces.
And they
chicken.
send him coupons in the mail.
And there's no limit. Oh, is there a limit?
No, how you sending Churches coupons? It's already
no
$2.
limit
So I can-
chicken.
It's already $2.
I thought
So
I told
$1.69, I
you.
could get 10 of these for 6. You know what I'm saying? For $60.90. Wow.
Nah, he used to take us there and be after school, like, and so I knew when he got paid based on what he fed us. But
Oh, this is the best show ever. This is the best show ever. Best show ever.
and I started remembering it because, like, so if he used to carpool, so it would be like 5 of us in there. Like, it'd be like me in the front and then there's just like 3 niggas in the back.
Right.
And
But that's during soccer.
top soccer season.
Right.
And so he'd pull up to like the Walgreens and we all get to pick our Arizona and it'd be like Candyland or whatever.
Right.
But then when it was just like me and my brother, we'd get like China, what's that?
China
Chinese?
cafeteria.
China cafeteria if you got paid.
But hold on, hold on. In his defense, China cafeteria is acceptable
it's-
on
yeah,
payday
oh,
or
no,
day.
that's
It don't-
acceptable.
It don't matter your financial situation on China cafeteria.
No, but my mom would call him and be like, yo, like, I'm not coming home. Like, I'm not going to be able to get home in time, or whatever. So you got to feed him. It'd be like a random Monday. He
Right.
ain't get paid. We at Churches. I'm like, what is this? Like, and you,
2-piece
No.
dark. What you mean? What is this? 2-piece dark.
Wait a
and
minute.
you couldn't customize anything. Like,
First of all-
no
first of
drink,
all,
no beverage,
exceptions.
no beverage.
First of all, it wouldn't be no random Monday that we be at church.
No, it's going to be a Tuesday. It's going to be a Tuesday. It's
Oh,
going
my
to be a
bad.
Tuesday.
My bad. But no, it would
The
be like,
tradition continues. He still does this.
he still does this.
Yes.
And like there's certain places that I've only eaten with him. Like Checkers sends him regular coupons. Like to this day at our house, like my mom's like, what is this? And I'm like, no. And we used to have to throw the food away in the trash can. Like we would pull up and then he didn't let us throw the trash away, like the Church's trash or the Checkers trash in like the home trash can. Like my brother would have to go into the back and get that, like the big dumpster and throw it away there because he didn't want my mom to come in and be like, you feeding these kids Churches?
Or Checkers.
Or whatever it was.
I mean, Natalie, he took a couple years off your life with them fries.
Yes, like,
They was good though.
They good.
they good,
but
but
they
like,
just grease.
You
It's
feel
just
like
grease.
you feel like, oh, I'm calling for death. Like you
Yeah,
start
yeah.
eating them, you like feel just guilt. Like,
no, you-
Whatever.
no,
if I
you-
put
you-
some Checkers fries
Oh,
right here.
fuck them up right there. I'll eat them shits right
eat
there. I got some in the refrigerator.
Oh yeah, he buy the
I buy the Checkers fries
no,
from Kroger. Yeah.
They're good fries. Like I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna hold. Like they're good
But it's
fries.
artery cloggers.
It's just like
Yeah.
you do just be feeling like, dang, like
that's
sweat and
so
grease like
funny.
afterwards.
That's
You
so
ain't
funny.
sweating. What running you doing? Sweating. Good time I sweating.
When you wouldn't turn the air on or for the gas, or when your windows was broken, or like I could bring up some sweat. Like
Oh, this is great. This is great.
no, like
Because everything you're saying is so him.
It's just matching up
him.
perfectly.
But
I'm not lie.
Because you know that him and his gas. They like, how many times y'all been in the car sweating? We're worried about y'all gonna run out of gas.
bro.
Yeah.
There was one time like I've been in so many car situations with him because of just like straight like I'm not fixing this. This summer he drove around with no brake. Like he would have to turn the car on and turn it off. Like we would be like driving and he just turn the car off on the top of the hill and just let it ride. And I'd be like, so you're just risking my life too? You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's not a brake issue. That's when the car was overheating. and I had a stick, and so I could cut the car off and keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
But it would be like, but sometimes the car would cut off on its own. It wouldn't be him. It would just be like the car.
I cut the car off because keep it from overheating.
Right. That's all that was. That's
No,
all that
but
was.
on the highway, I'd be like,
if the battery died, I'd have to get on the hill and jump it because I drive a stick. I can do that.
Remember the one where something wasn't working, so you had to push it while Corey steered?
Yeah, that's because the battery. I had to jump it. The battery died.
And you used to when we were younger, you used to only buy gas when your full was empty. Your tank was empty.
I still do that.
We ain't used to. Like when I get in the car with him, his first thing I do is look at the how much gas in it.
And he'd be like, "Nah, you got like 10 more miles on that."
Oh my God, Natalie. And he'd be like, "Nah, we good, man. I could drive home and back. I could drive home to work on this. I can get home.
Drive to Savannah." I'm like, "What you mean? What do you mean?
The lights on."
It just be Nah, we used to. When I first started sitting in the front seat, I used to always look at it, and he'd be like, "Watch this. Turn the car off. Turn it back on. 7 miles." I'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like, I would just be like, "Okay," like. And then one time we was pulling into the gas station, car stopped at the like right before we got into the gas station. He used to be at work, and we used to have to like my mom, especially when we were younger, like we would have to drive to wherever his car shut down. Like if his car shut down somewhere, it was a family affair. Like when we were
everybody
younger,
here,
like, everybody in the car looking at him like you just on the side of the road again.
Let's take pics.
Yeah. Well, listen. I got really fishy. For some reason with y'all, I went through this bad era where I kept getting flat tires.
Yes.
So I got really fishy.
My wife thought you was she thought I was just saying this to get out, just come out and hang out with you. I'm like, no, Chris is on the side of the road with a flat. I'm really going to help. No, you ain't. I'm really going to help him. It's the third flat tire this week, Brian.
I was getting them back to back.
That.
But I mean, I ended up being like a NASCAR person on the side of the road. I could get the tires on and off like because I was like, damn, this is like the third time I got them to a soccer tournament. This shit happened on the way to a soccer tournament. We on the side of the road. They still made the game. That's how quick I was able to put that donut on.
Oh my God,
because they had been blowing out.
Skills.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, when you do it 20 times, you got to get proficient at it.
No, I'm gonna agree with her. People be like, why you don't fill your tank up?
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, it was $20 to fill my tank up.
Now I'm not doing it no more.
And they were like, why didn't you fill your tank up? I said, because I'm going to need that other $10. I don't know if I might need that other $10.
Yeah.
I'm going to put 10 in it.
Yeah.
And then somebody's going to be like, hey, might be you.
Chris puts enough gas in his car to get to where he got to go that day.
He's like, I might not make it to drive another 10 miles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to waste his money. I ain't wasting money.
But I can't pull it out. I can't leave his gas. The pump.
I can't leave his kids. I can't leave my kids his gas.
No, I will. Right. Look, I can't pull it out the pump once I put it in there.
Right.
If I put all my money in the pump, then I get home and she's like, hey, we got a project. I need poster boards or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be like, damn, I just put all that money in the car. I can't drive it.
Well, at least you could go drive to get the poster boards.
Well, like, I was going to get some churches tomorrow.
That was just my logic. I still had the $10 if I needed to use something else.
I like how you use the past tense because it's still your logic.
He used to. You said, what you mean used to?
You be used to, yeah.
That's still my logic.
That's still his logic.
I still got that $10.
I guarantee if you go upstairs right now and hit, I know it is. I know it is.
But I don't think I've ever seen his car. You know how it's like in sections, like it's split up. Like
you never seen it past half.
Never.
Me neither.
Mm-hmm. Only if I'm going out of town.
I'm about to say, only time I seen the fools we going out of town. That's the only time.
Yeah, that's the only time I seen it.
And even then, he'd be like, we'll stop somewhere halfway. He gonna ride. Yeah, he gonna ride what he got.
No,
in the
because
tank.
he used to be like only time he would feed us on road trips is when the gas tank started getting empty. So he'd be like, it'd be like riding, and we hungry, but all right. And then start
this
going
gas
down.
Station Hardee's right there.
Y'all hungry now? Yes. Y'all hungry now? I'm like, I guess, like sure. Or he used to get mad at Corey because Corey had to pee all the time. Like, he used to hate that. Like, I don't know what it was.
I'm like, what are you drinking? Like,
I ain't gave you nothing.
You swallow spit. Like, what are you doing? Like,
right. I'm trying to get through North Carolina. I'm trying to make it through the state. And between him and his mama, they always had to pee, and they couldn't pee at the same.
No. Intervals. They're doing the intervals.
See, Natalie, I didn't have to worry about it because Natalie would fall asleep.
Right.
You ain't peeing when you sleep.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
That little John.
That's because she knew. She knew. She was like, I just gonna go to sleep.
She knew
because we ain't gonna get no food or water.
I ain't ain't getting
nothing until I'm running out of gas.
Yeah.
So we doing one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
gas.
one
get
shop.
gas,
It don't
pee,
matter how far it is.
Yeah.
It don't matter how
We
far.
We try to
that.
cross country.
Right.
One-stop shop.
One stop. We getting food, gas, and using the bathroom in this stop. Then we getting
The
back on
whole
road.
trip revolves around my gas meter. This whole trip revolves around my gas meter.
But you know what?
What?
I could do that. You know why? Because I was driving.
Yeah.
Now, if I could sit back and listen to music, watch movies on little screens on the back of the damn thing,
Little screens.
don't nobody want to do that. Did nobody want to drive?
Well, I
This
don't
is
think
classic.
I could have stepped up. So
No, you couldn't have.
That's
No.
on me for not getting it together.
Do you have your license yet? Because that's another thing about y'all young folks. Y'all don't get your license.
No,
like
I
they
don't have
used
my
to.
license. Corey just got his
I know.
last year.
Why do you think that younger
And
generation
Natalie
don't get
don't have
license?
nothing.
Like she don't have a learners?
No, I got my permit.
No.
I got my permit.
See, we said we weren't going to talk about that. If Liberty Mutual find out you got that insurance rates going
My
up.
fault. I ain't
because
got
Liberty Mutual's watching our fucking podcast.
Hey, the
Yeah.
Israelites watching. They watching.
Well,
They come over here. I'ma tell them come over here.
You know they own the insurance company.
What you mean? No, I don't have nothing. Or actually, I haven't used nothing.
Oh my God.
I don't want Lee Moo showing up at my door.
Liberty.
Somebody's like, yeah, we heard Natalie got her learner.
Who?
ain't-
From where?
Oh, Natalie who?
Yeah. I don't know that girl.
She don't live here.
Yeah.
She live in Philadelphia.
Y'all want some churches?
I got some churches.
I can take y'all get some 2 pieces real quick.
I do miss the 2 big Bufors for $5. I don't think they'll ever get back to 2 for $5.
You know what's funny? We was driving through the mountains the other day and we spotted a Checkers and Chris was like, a Checkers.
It likes something in him.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like-
it wakes him up.
Okay,
Like,
no.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
First off,
it's like the.
all right. Honestly, first off,
no.
we were driving up 575 back roads,
Right.
And we honestly started saying,
Spot the black folks.
let's see if we can spot black folk, because black folk was deteriorating as
As
we
you go
went further north.
farther north
And
into
we
the
didn't
mountains.
see any black folks. So when we got to
Mineral Bluff. I
Mineral
think.
Bluff, first thing we saw was a Popeyes.
It was
We
always
we
black-
like,
it's
No,
black- yeah.
white people like Popeyes too.
Yeah,
We
but
didn't know this.
We figured this out.
We figured
So
this out.
we
You learned.
We learned.
We saw Popeyes.
We was like, this black
But
folks up here.
first off,
Oh, y'all got excited.
Yes.
we saw Popeyes.
You haven't left Atlanta in ever. I was going to say in some years, just ever.
So
Yeah.
we saw the Popeyes. First off, then we calmed down because we realized there wasn't no black folk
At the
because-
Popeyes.
At the Popeyes.
Yeah,
'cause
y'all
first
never,
off,
y'all never been served by a white person
we
at
didn't
Popeyes?
stop. We didn't stop at the Popeyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
We saw it in
it.
passing, but when it didn't have 80 cars in the lot, we was like, ain't no
Ain't
niggas,
no niggas
over there.
Yeah.
So then we saw a Checkers.
We was like, oh, there's black folks up here.
And we was like, oh, it might be hope. It might be black folk up here. We saw the Checkers, but then standing, you know how you can walk up to Checkers and order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw a bunch of
White people.
farm-looking white folk.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
like
they
the-
love
with the-
that
with the
too.
Cohort
That
jeans.
seems like something they would like.
With the
And-
cohort jeans,
yeah.
but we didn't
Yeah.
see. We still didn't see no black folk in the mountains.
And that's what poor white folks don't realize, that how much they have in common with
With
poor
black
black
people.
people. They don't realize that, like, we all on the same boat.
Yeah, but I
they,
bet-
think they still think they're better than us.
Yeah,
Even
they
poor
do.
white
That's
people.
why they
Yeah,
were-
yeah,
That's why they're Republican.
But
They don't understand.
I bet they Checkers fries ain't as greasy and salty.
I guarantee it. Well, they might not be, because I think the hood be with extra salt.
Nah, but
I
they
could
they
tell.
probably come with a side of mayonnaise.
Right. I can tell when I'm in a
Oh, hold on,
a white.
you don't like mayonnaise?
Do you?
Yes.
Of course you do.
I put that shit on everything.
No.
Frank's Red Hot.
But if you go to a McDonald's in a predominantly white area, I should say,
Yeah.
it's gonna have way more mustard
On the sandwiches.
on the sandwiches
And less
than-
salt on the fries.
and less salt on the fries. But you go to McDonald's in the hood, that shit gonna be ketchup heavy.
Yeah, and
Salt gonna
heavy,
be
like,
everywhere.
You eat McDonald's in the hood, you got to take your blood pressure medicine exactly after you finish eating
Right,
it.
but all
You gotta go like this a little bit so the
McDonald's-
salt shake off.
Matter of fact, you got to sprinkle your blood pressure medicine on top of this fries.
right, all McDonald's cheeseburgers, hamburgers come with mustard. You
Yeah.
might not know that they
They
come
do,
with the
yeah.
onion and mustard, but you don't.
We
taste
know you
it.
know.
You don't taste it on Old National or Camp Creek or whatever.
I will not question your fast food knowledge ever.
If you say so.
If
You telling me, I'm like, shit, it
Yeah,
sound right.
That's the
I'm not
Bible. That's
trusty.
Bible. Yeah, that's Bible. Yeah.
Who
Whatever.
says?
Put your hand on the fries.
He the only one I know be sending out text alerts when the McRib come back. Yo, bring the McRib back, B. We gotta go get this today.
And you act like you ain't happy when I send you the text.
And I was about to say, oh yes, we do. Yeah, I'm ordering mine now on the app.
How many we get?
At least, I mean, we're gonna get this one a week.
In his fridge.
Yeah, and then we get one a week. We're gonna get at least one a week.
Yeah, I always get two. I always get two.
2 McRibs and a cheeseburger. How are we still alive?
I'm glad you was contemplating that because I was thinking the same thing.
Our diet is not conducive to longevity.
When was the last time you had something green?
It's the lettuce on my burger.
Why I gotta be green?
I had lettuce and tomatoes on that jumbo.
Ketchup is a vegetable.
Yeah, exactly. Ketchup is a vegetable.
No,
it is.
You're not supposed to agree with that.
Oh my goodness, this has been a great episode. And now I got to bring my daughter on so she can dish all the dirt on me.
It's only fair.
It's only fair. It's only fair. Yeah.
I have this fond memory of getting pulled over on Campbellton Road.
I know where this is going.
With Natalie in the back seat when she was a baby, and the officer come to the window. Right, he asked for my license and registration.
I want to die. I just want to put that out there.
I mean, granted, she might have been.
I was young.
Yeah, you was young, and you might have been a fortune teller or whatever. This was before all the Trayvon and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
it was before that.
But she still spilled the beans. He came up to the window, asked for my thing, and Natalie was like, I didn't have my seatbelt on. You narc. I look back at her.
You fucking narc. All you had to do is sit back there and be quiet.
You know that look that your parents give you?
Yes.
I tried my best to give her that look.
Sit right here like,
bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up.
You trying to get your daddy in jail?
She blurted it out like she was just
like it was real. Like, it was on my chest. I really had to get it off. I'm not gonna lie, I remember that, and then the guy looked at me and he really was not fazed at all. Like he was like, all right,
I don't give a shit about that.
He was like, I don't care. And then
you want y'all niggas to die anyway.
And then finally, we drove off, and he looked back at me. He was like, man, what's that about? Like, I really
I imagine Chris like, don't you ever do that shit again.
He was like, this is my lesson. If you ever don't have your seatbelt on and then you get pulled over, don't reach for it. Because then they'll know you don't have your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't make shit obvious.
No, that was back when I had an integrity problem. That's because I went to church so much. Because they'd be like, if you lie,
Hold on. So integrity is a problem now. She had integrity. I ain't got that problem no more. I used to have integrity back then. That was an integrity problem.
Yeah, it was bad. I used to
I
used to snitch on we would be playing Pictionary or something like that, and my partner would cheat, and I'd be like, yo, Tyler cheated. And he'd be looking at me like, yo, what? No, I had issues. And even one of my friends,
snitch.
yeah, I was. One of my friends' moms was like, yo, you got to quit this or you're not going to have any friends. She pulled me to the side. She was like, I think that's when I stopped. That's when I ended. Because we was in a grocery store and she pulled me to the side. She was like, yo,
baby, y'all going downstairs.
Yeah.
Go downstairs. I need to talk to Natalie.
Hey, Natalie, you need to stop snitching.
She was like, baby, you ain't gonna have no friends when you get older.
Not even friends, Natalie.
Yeah.
You might end up in the coffin.
She was like, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop that shit. We don't do this, Natalie. We don't do this in our hood.
And I remember I looked at her and I was like, yeah, I got you. I was done. It was
over.
That was that Catholic guilt.
I just hate,
it was. That's
first of all, I hate that she had integrity problem. Integrity, having integrity is a problem.
It's a problem when you were 10 years old.
It's a problem. Integrity.
It was a problem that day. I was like, why you tell this man?
You didn't write extra tickets because of you. We could have just got away with the speed and shit. Now I got a seatbelt ticket on top of it.
But
I know your dad. I'm gonna fight it.
I'm gonna come back.
I'm gonna fight this.
Kansas, I'm gonna come back.
I'm gonna fight this.
They ain't gonna show up.
Yeah, Chris will drive 500 miles to fight a $50 traffic ticket.
I drove to Virginia.
I remember you did that just to fight a $100 ticket.
Yeah,
I won though.
He'd be like, they ain't gonna show up.
But you lost on gas money.
I still had a good time.
What did you gain?
I didn't drive just to Virginia.
Was it worth it?
I hung out.
That's the question you have to ask yourself.
And kicked it.
Was it worth it?
And then,
I remember when he did this. I was like, I
remember when I was in the car when he was like, I'm coming back.
I was like, you gonna drive to Virginia to fight this ticket? He was like, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't want no points.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
He made the decision when we were in the car. He looked at me. He was like, I'm coming back. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, whatever you have to say. Like, and then I remember I called him and he was like, yeah, I'm driving back from Virginia. And I'm like, you didn't want to say, like, come swing by the school or nothing? He was like, nah. I was here for like less than a day. I had to come and leave.
Yeah, I had to fight this ticket.
You act like Philadelphia is close to Virginia.
Yeah, it's not.
But you're already there. You already.
It's like the halfway point.
You already traveled like 4 states.
But that's still, in mileage-wise, it's still like the halfway point.
See, I didn't get no ticket in Pennsylvania.
So you had no reason to be there. My bad. I should have got you the seatbelt ticket. You would have came back to Pennsylvania. Next time I'm in the car with you in Pennsylvania, what's the word?
She'd be like, hey, I ain't wearing my seatbelt.
He got a gun in the glove compartment.
Probably,
yeah. Oh my god!
This ain't even his car.
I'm not his daughter. She gonna pull out all the stuff. Yeah, all the stuff. Not even his daughter.
Yeah, he kidnapped me.
I'm not even supposed to be here right now.
And then they're just gonna shoot him. They're just gonna shoot him on sight. It's gonna be all your fault. You gotta live with that trauma the rest of your life.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
I'm gonna get shot. Then I'm gonna look back at her like
this. Damn, your dying look gonna be like, God damn it.
Then I'm gonna be having to pay for everything.
And then your therapy's gonna spend the rest of your money on therapy the rest of your life.
I personally think I'm
going to be. I'm about to be a bigger fan of the. If you giving this kind of content on the Mean Girls of West Main,
I listen to their show and I could relate to it, but sometimes it's because they talking about me.
Yeah,
so I got talked about.
Well, because you got talked about in the first episode. I don't think you got talked about.
I was about to say you give good content because you do crazy shit.
Yeah, you're lucky.
People will not believe the kind of things he's done.
You're lucky that like one of our episodes, our audio got messed up because I was talking about like. I think I was talking about when you beat me on the soccer field in front of the whole team. Like, that's one of my friend's favorite stories because it just doesn't sound real. Like, it just is not real.
When I was first dating my wife, it was me. We went and picked Chris up for lunch. So we was leaving the area, and Chris was in the back seat, and then we was trying to merge into traffic, and these dudes would not let us over. Chris jumped out the back seat of the car, walked out in the middle of traffic and stopped these dudes from moving forward just so we can merge into this turning lane. And my wife and my future wife, and she wasn't my wife then, she was looking like, this nigga crazy.
So that's who you hang out with?
That's why, yeah. This your homie right here?
This your man?
And he was like, yo, stop. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Now, just so I can justify this.
No,
justify which one?
My dad did the exact same thing to me, Kai, and Tehran when we was little.
That makes sense.
We were on some bridge in New York or New Jersey. We were trying to merge in. It was bumper to bumper traffic.
Right.
We 3 little kids, and we jam-packed in this 280Z. So, 280Z is a two-seater.
It's a two-seater.
Did he make you get out the car is what you about to say?
So, my dad...
Because you did that to me, too.
My dad said... my dad said, y'all get out the car and go stand in front of that car.
He did that, bro.
And we was like, what? He's like, they ain't gonna hit you, y'all kids. Go stand in front of the car.
Human traffic cones.
He said, go stand in front of the car, because then they can't move forward, and then I can pull out, and then y'all can get back in the car. Because we had been stuck there for 10 minutes because nobody wanted to let us out. And so nobody wanted to let us merge in. So he was like, man, go stand in front of the cars.
You did the exact same thing to me, except I didn't have 2 buddies. It was just me. It was just me out there, all by myself.
Family traditions.
I'll do it to my kids. You gotta pass it down.
You gonna do it.
You get outside.
It got ingrained.
No, because it was when we were in Asia, because she had something, AKA like downtown or whatever, and we were sitting there, and he was like, "Get out," and I'm looking at him like, "What?
What do you mean get out?"
I'm like, what are you talking about?
We're not here. Get out.
He's like, get out the car. I'm like, and go where? He's like,
block traffic with your human body.
And then he said the exact same thing to me. He said, you're a kid. They ain't gonna hit you. I'm like, but what if they do? What if they don't care?
We gonna get paid.
But I mean, it's not like cars was rolling up the street. They was stopped.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bump. We gonna sue the hell out of their ass, and don't worry.
It was like,
but it worked.
College tuition.
It did work. I learned that's something I learned from my father.
Good old whistle.
He needed come on here.
Oh my God, I could imagine stories Whistle tell.
Yeah, you gotta get him down these steps.
Yeah. Yeah, but
You can zoom him in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to zoom him in.
No, because he just be over there talking shit. How you work this? What are we doing?
You know, when Ivory came over the house, I had to give her the rundown. I was like, yeah, I don't know what he gonna say to you, but he gonna say something. Like, it's just, something's gonna be said. And she laughing.
Talking about your grandfather?
Yeah.
How many disclaimers you give about your dad like that?
And she laughing, and she thought I wasn't like serious. And so it was like me, Maya, her. We came downstairs. He was like, hi. She said hi. He said, which one of y'all got hit by the car?
Not even high. How you doing? None of that. Just
and
like,
then he go to Maya. He was like, was it you? And Maya was like, nah, man, like nah. And I was like, it was me. And then so after that whole interaction, she come to me. She's like, man, you for real? I was like, yeah, like I wasn't lying. I don't know what it is, but I never know what he gonna pull out his back
they don't
pocket.
sugarcoat shit.
Mom said he was sitting in the house one time, just like sitting there for quiet. And she looked at the dogs, like Duncan and Lily. Like the small dog is a boy, and then the big dog is a girl. And so he looked at her and was like, "I wonder how he pounds her." And Mom was like, "What?" She was like, "You just been staring at my dogs because Duncan's
One in a sexual relationship with my dogs. They both fixed that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They don't even do that.
That's not even them.
But in his mind, he was wondering. I wonder which one.
And I know he was sitting there like just quiet, thinking like
which one? Which one's the top?
He was like, how he pound her? I was like, what?
It's a valid question.
He was like, ain't nobody pounding
Not in front of your grandchildren.
I wasn't there. And then he be having that look on his face like, what you like it wasn't a crazy question. And he be sitting there thinking about what he said before he say it. So I'd be like, what was the first thing you was finna say? Like you done went through 5 things before you said what you said. What was the first thought? Like,
you don't want to know. You do not want to know what the first thought was coming to his mind. Oh my God, this is hilarious. We gotta get you back on for like episode 2 of this.
Yeah, we'll bring Natalie back on.
We're gonna bring Natalie back on.
But we want to thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all.
If you are from Germany or Israel or of the younger persuasion,
or you from up north, in the Northeast region, check these girls out.
Check out.
Yeah.
Mean Girls of West
Maine.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and some orange symbol.
You can tell she's, as you can see, she's very funny. So y'all need to check her out for real.
And she's had a.
And then she got their partners. Yeah, don't forget your partners. What's your partner's name? Yeah, shout your partner.
Genesis and Maya. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
too.
Genesis and Maya.
Is that the name Chris always got wrong?
No, that's Mia. Her name is Nia. He was like, Mia, come over. I'm like, nah, bro. No. You've known her for 12 years.
Right.
You've known her for
a minute. You
know what? I learned her name when she made her name part of
you didn't even learn it then.
Because
you was typing it in wrong, and I was like, why? He was like, the password changed something. I'm like, nah, bro, what you mean the password changed? He was like, I keep typing in Mia is. I'm like, it's not, it's Nia. And he was like, oh.
I needed that Hulu password.
They better crack. They better crack down on us with these passwords, right? You saw Netflix. Netflix.
I ain't got nobody else's password. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? Netflix what? I don't watch Netflix.
You know you about to snitch, Nat.
You about to break. I told you I've moved past that.
You feel that, Nat?
That's in the real view.
That's called integrity.
That's called integrity. You lost that when you in middle school.
In the grocery store. Ow.
Don't do that, Nat. You ain't gonna have no friends.
All right, we go thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all for watching, man, or listening, however you doing. Consuming this media. Yeah, this is great. This is great stuff, though.
Thank you, soul listeners.
Hey, this is Rick Joyner of The Rick Joyner Experience, and you're listening to Unsolicited Opinions.